Hey guys, it's Luke once again. Welcome back to one of my videos. On Friday, the day before, we had a live stream on Lux Algo channel, server channel, and we had a beautiful trade. But the trade was using our only setup that we'll be using for the rest of our lives, which is the one setup for life setup, the liquidity grab, the sweep, followed by MSS or change of character, followed by FAG as an entry. That's what we'll be using. That's what you should be using. Nothing else. Forget everything else. Okay, it's free to use, and it's good to use, easy to follow. You can put alerts. You don't have to check the charts, and it gives you beautiful RRs. And the most important thing is that you will be consistently profitable. What I mean by consistent, you might have some losses, but overall, you're gonna be almost all the time more profit than your losses. Okay. Now, before we begin, I'm gonna show you guys how we could have took that trade on Friday on the Nasdaq, but even though we didn't get full setup, I'm gonna show you guys how you could have took that trade as well, because the market was just delivering price so fast that we couldn't even get our entry. We couldn't even get an entry, and so now I'm going to show you how. So first of all, let's go back to the daily. On the daily, guys, as you can see, we had a market structure shift here, right? We were bullish a bit, and then we had a market structure shift. This shows that we are now reversing in the market. Okay, so now we're reversing kind of. Now, since the MSS or the change of character is plotted here with a strong space candles followed by a follow-up red big candle, this shows us that yes, indeed, we are entering the bearish mode once again. And so you should be taking you should be taking your normal size or heavy sized on shorts, and you can also take longs. I will be taking longs. You should be taking longs, but use maybe half of your normal position size, or like take small sized positions. Okay. That way we can still be in the market even if we just bearish. If you want to take longs, you can, if the setup prevails. The setup is liquidity, MSS or change of character, followed by FAG for entry. Okay. So now that we know this, that we reversed it, where would our target be? Our target would be, the first one would be these relative equal lows. These are important. I call them relative because then they're a bit slanted. It's not a straight line. These are important target levels. That's target number one. Second target will be this swing low. A lot of people put the swings, the stop losses here for those that want a long. Target 3, which is the best one, is this. These are equal lows, triple lows. You have no idea how much stop losses are placed around these spots, and it has a fair value gap right below it. So this is attractive. This is something that attracts the price. So for the algos, this is their optimum target. This is their maximum target. This is the target they will bring the price to in order to be able to exit their million or billions worth of dollars target positions. All right. So now that we have this here, let's go on the 5 minutes. So on the 5 minutes. On the 5 minutes, guys. Yesterday, on Friday, we had a setup here. Okay, so we had London. We swept London, all right? We swept London here. We got an MSS here, right? We had an MSS here. So step one, liquidity grab. The high of the London was swept here. Now we wait for MSS. We got an MSS over here. Awesome. But now we wait for FAG. Do we have any FAGs? Yes, we have one over here. We have one over here. Now, do we take the trade here? No. Why? Because as you can see, by the time that we form the MSS, before we get back to our entry, our TP was actually here, right here. You see, the session low of London has been here. So this is invalidated. We do not take this MSS. We do not take this one because there's no liquidity was swept. We didn't take this one because before we get into our entry, we put our entry here, right? Something like that. We couldn't even, before we get that, we already hit our target. That's problem number one. Problem number two, this is the RR of 1. It's not even 1, it's 0.99. You never take trades that are below 2 RR, okay? You can take partials at 1 RR, you can take partials at swing lows and highs, but your maximum trade should never be a trade unless it's 2 RR. 2 RR will be like something like this. That's not feasible, guys. Okay, so that's why we didn't take this one. So but later on during our live, we were live during this point, we had another MSS here. Now this was beautiful. Here we have an MSS, strong space candles. We swept London high. So step one, we swept London high again. We took MSS. We formed an MSS. That was step two. Now step three, the FVG for our entry. Now this is where everybody was confused, because as you can see, the market just kept going down, which is good. So they were like, why we couldn't even get an entry? That was such a beautiful move. Yes, why? Because we don't have any FVGs. That's what everybody was like, couldn't get into a trade. I did, because I was utilizing a few things that I'm going to be teaching you now that I use daily, in case you cannot find that entry if the FVG is not present. So after we did the MSS, we looked for FVGs. We didn't find any. So the price went up, and indeed it went down all the way to our target. It did this in really consecutively. It was so fast. We managed to get TP during our live of 1 hour maybe. So I'm going to show you guys how you can enter the trade even though we didn't have FVG. Now this is not a complete setup. You should never, just don't force it. Wait for another setup. It's okay. We have 6 setups we can get a single day, and the market doesn't end. Okay, it's not the end of the world, at least not for the markets. All right. So what I did, since I didn't have an FVG, what you could have did, you could have used 3 simple things. The first one was you would go onto ES and you would trade the ES. How? Give it a second. There you go. We have the MSS here. We swept London here. We didn't take the London low here. Here we had an MSS here. But MSS and NQ, they're very correlated, right? So do we have any fair value gaps, guys? Yes, we have 2 fair value gaps. If you have the Lux Algo Premium, you will see them on your chart. If not, you don't. This is fair value gap 1. This is fair value gap number 2. All right. We'd have entered here. We would have took a little bit of heat. Our stop loss would have been here. So we were probably at the close of this candle, somewhere like here. Our stop loss would have been at the top here. At least it should be at least higher than all the FVG. So we have another FVG here. So you should be at the candle that above this FVG, maximum FVG, and your target would be this. Now, this is 1 to 5 RR, guys. Is it feasible to take? No. So you do not take this trade. What do you do? I think you guys got it. Exactly. So you don't take this FVG, you look for the second FVG. If the price never reaches that, that's fine. You can go to the next trade. In fact, it did reach it. Our stop loss would be right here. And our target would be London session low. You remember during this session, this was still open session, so we're still looking at the previous. In this case, it was London. Until we went into New York. So this is a RR of 5.3, right? This is an amazing trade, and our risk is so small, so damn small. As you can see, we did have FVGs on the ES, we didn't have them on NQ. So you can use the ES for entries instead of the NQ. And indeed, this trade was beautiful. It even kept going down much more, all the way to how many ticks? That 10 hour, guys. 10 hour, guys. That is crazy good. Okay, that was one of the ways you could have took the trade. Okay, so we skipped 2. Now step 3. What could have you done? Since remember we tried to enter this FVG, it was 1 to 5 RR. We didn't take the trade. You should be strict on this. What you can do is you can put you take Fibonacci with just 0.5, 1 and 0 open. Take it from the top, put it all the way to the end of the leg that formed the MSS, and you could have entered at any FVGs that are above the 0.5 mark. As you can see, guys, we had another FVG over here, small one. You could have put your entry here instead of waiting for that one, because that might not ever be the case to reach that way, because we're very bearish on the day, guys. So you could have put your entry exactly on this candle, stop loss at the top, and then simply, oh sorry guys, I think I removed the session indicator. Yeah, so just a second. Yeah, damn it, I'm really bad with videos. Anyway, because I'm not YouTube, I'm a trader. Or I'm a different profession, for those who know. Okay guys, so now we same target profit of London low. Amazing, isn't it guys? Amazing. Now if I put everything off, well, that didn't go as planned. Oh, let me remove that 50% thing. As you can see guys, now we had a beautiful trade, low risk, and we were able to get that 2 point. So that was the second way you could have took a trade, by using the Fibonacci to find the optimal trading entry. It's called OTE, optimal trading entry, which means that you will enter at any FVG or just above the 50% of this leg that formed the change of character or the MSS. All right, that was step 2. Now step 3, suppose you don't want to go on ES, you just want to trade NQ, and you're just NQ guy, and this you find this a bit difficult to do. What you can do is, and this is exactly what I actually did, back to NQ, we had the MSS, we had the sweep, we had MSS. Step 2, step 3 FVG, we didn't have any FVG, not even a single one FVGs. Right, maybe a small one over here, but I don't know if we count that. What you can do is remember I taught you guys how to draw breaker blocks. So we have a low, high, low, high, no, higher, high, and then we break it here, form the MSS. Technically this is how MSS is formed. Like, thanks to Lux Algo, it draws it for you, but just for visual presentation, you guys see this is how the MSS actually formed. So this MSS, whenever you say MSS, you can look at the leg before it and look for a breaker block. So do we have any breaker block over here guys? Yes we do. Do we? Have a look guys, do we have any breaker blocks? Yes we do. So you guys think, I'll just give you a second to figure it out yourself. But if a breaker block is in the case of a short, it's the first or like the highest green candle that in the leg that formed the MSS. So which one is that? This break over here guys. Is that correct? Yep. Let me show you guys on a better idea. Let me remove all these. Let's go back here. So MSS, low, high, low, higher, high, and then we break it, make form lower, low. Right? Where's the first green candle, top green candle that formed this MSS? You see, it didn't even close below it. Now you can refine this. You can only take the body. Look how magical it is. All the candle. It's not. There's wicks. It's okay. Wicks do the damage, but we didn't even close above it. That could have been your entry. You could have taken entry here, even better entry, but at the top, and again, target the low. Again, 2.5 ARA. Now go back to Nasdaq. On Nasdaq, here we have our MSS. The first green candle at the top, that in the leg previous to the candle that formed the MSS. Where is it? That would have been your entry. So you'd have entered here, put stop loss here, and you ultimately target the London low with 3.5 RR. Okay. In our case, we did close a bit here, but it opened one candle up, and the next candle went down straight in. I usually give it maximum of 2 5-minute candles for any order block, for any breaker block, for any FEG. If 2 candles of 5-minute candles close above or below, I think, then we can invalidate it. In this case, it didn't. So we did have a bit of a rundown over here, or say a drawdown over here, but ultimately we did able to take this trade. Now suppose you just don't want to do all this, then you move to the next trade. But there's one more trick that you can do here. So we had an MSS, the price went up, we didn't have the FEG, so nothing of the things I just mentioned you guys came to your mind, so you just like, oh damn it, you're still waiting for entry. The price went down, right? What do you think this is? This is another MSS, right? It's another or a boss or like change of character, right? This swing low, it broke it here. You could have put your entry at the FEG that formed this MSS, like you manually drawing this now. So here, put stop loss at the top, TP there, but that doesn't give you that gives you 1.5 RR, so that's not right. What you could have done is you could have put at the top of the candle that formed this FEG, or the maximum FEGs. Do you have FEGs everywhere? We have FEGs every 1, 2, 3. So this is not a good trade. But as you can see, the price went all the way up initially and then went all the way back down. Sorry guys, so this is how you could have took the trades. I hope it makes sense. It's a lot of topics maybe, but Lux Algo can do the breaker blocks for you. Lux Algo can do the sessions for you. Lux Algo can give you the MSS change character and FEGs for you. Lux Algo can give you the alerts and everything. So technically, just go ahead. I 100% support the usage of Lux Algo because it makes your life much easier. I didn't have time to prepare this video. I was just viewing. Actually, like I didn't even prepare or look at the charts before. I'm just recalling what happened on Friday and finding the mistake as if we were in actual trade, because that is easy to speak insight, but how to speak on like forecasting type of way. Hope this is useful. If you have questions, let me know.